Meetings suck, especially when we have geographically dispersed teams that create these asynchronous experiences. But what if I told you there was a better way? And what if there was a way that you could solve this problem within Jira? Well, in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at NASA, not another stand-up app, but this time, instead of talking about the stand-up app capabilities, we're going to look at the team meetings and how you can leverage NASA to drive virtually any meeting in your team. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a like if you get value out of this video, and more importantly, don't forget to check out that link down below so that you can start your free trial to NASA. All right, let's jump into it. So here I am inside of my Jira, and specifically, I am inside of the Not Another Standup App, aka NASA. Now, I've already done a video covering how to set up a stream and setting it up for stand-up, but today we're going to be focusing on how to create a team meeting, and that is a meeting that is literally just any kind of meeting. This is perfect for asynchronous meetings. This is going to be perfect for in-person meetings. This is going to be perfect for any kind of meeting, regardless of the topic. I'm going to show you how easy it is to set this all up. So inside of NASA, we're going to click on add a new stream and you're going to pick a template. And so we have a blank team meeting. We have a couple of other options here. And so pick the one that makes sense. And so if you want to be completely blank where you set up everything, click that blank one. But if any of these are resonating with you, maybe you have a one-on-one, maybe you're doing some release planning, maybe you're going to kick off a project, go ahead and pick that one. But just to give you all the bells and whistles, I'm going to do a blank one so you can see all the different configurations and customizations that you can do. So I'm going to click on blank team meeting. Next, we want to tell NASA where our Jira data is coming from. And so we got to pick a board. And so in this case, I'm going to go down here and see if I can find my board that I know has all my data. And so now you just need to give your meeting a name. And so this can be anything you want it to be. In this particular case, I'm going to be prepping up for video ideas brainstorming. So I'm going to be meeting with my team and we're going to be brainstorming some ideas for creating videos. I'm going to click on next. And now this is where we're going to essentially set up our topics. Unlike the stand-up app where we answer the 3 questions of what did I do yesterday, what did I do today, and any of my impediments, in the team meeting, we get to basically set up our agenda. And so what's the first question or agenda topic that we have? And so this one's going to be brainstorm new ideas. The next topic that we're going to do is we're going to validate existing ideas. And then finally, determine the next 5 videos, all right? So I have a couple of things, and you can add more questions, more meeting topics if you want, but you also want to set up some time limits here, because if you don't set up time limits, your meetings can go and be just crazy. So I'm going to give myself 15 minutes for brainstorming, 5 minutes for validating, and just 1 minute to determine the next one. So that's a 21-minute meeting, and that gives everybody 9 minutes to go and maybe have a little coffee break. So I'm going to click on next, and then I'm going to determine what are my suggested issues. Now this is kind of cool. So what this does is it goes out into Jira, and basically based on the configurations we're going to set up right now, we'll already predetermine and pre-recommend some issues for you. And this is important because you're going to see in just a moment how this app works, but essentially this app is flexible where you can just add whatever items you want, but it also connects with Jira and Confluence, which again, I'm going to show you in this video as well. But you can actually extract real work that you're working on and put it into your meeting. And so I'm going to show you how this works. But we need to suggest issues, right? So there's a little bit of smart in this tool where we can go and basically understand what it is we want to see. So maybe we have a specific issue type that has all of our brainstorming ideas. So you would want to bring something like that. In this particular case, I'm going to bring all my tasks, my stories, and my bugs. And that should be enough to get us going because all of my work is going to be contained in one of those. But you can do based on priority, that issue type, based on status, or you can create your own filter if you know your specific subset of data that is interesting for you in this particular type of meeting. Click on next when you're done there. And now you're going to select who your Scrum Master is. This is basically who's the team lead, who's running the meeting. And so you can pick from the options available there. And more importantly, if you ever go on PTO and you want somebody to be able to run the meeting on your behalf, you can select people from here as well. Then you finally just have to pick who's going to be in your meeting. So I'm going to pick my entire team here and just bring everybody on board. Click on next when you're done. And now we get to define our meeting cadence. So is this a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday thing? Is it a Monday only meeting? Is it non-weekly? You get to choose what you want. What time are you going to start and what time zone? I like all of these, so I'm going to click on finish. Once that is done, all we need to do now is go to my update. And so once we get to my update, we're going to be able to essentially plan out our meeting. And I'm going to show you how that works in a second. But first, let's assume that maybe you have an existing stream and you want to bring it into the team meeting place. And so I'm going to take the stand up one here. And in case you already have an existing stream, all you need to do is go to that existing stream, go to the settings. You're going to click on general settings here, and then you're going to change your meeting template. And this is where you can go back to a blank team meeting template or pick one of the other ones that makes sense. Once you do that, you'll be able to change your questions, and then you're off to the races again. All right, so let's go back to we have picked the right template. And so I'm actually going to go back into my video ideas brainstorming one. And then what you want to do is you want to grab items from the right-hand side. And these are going to be your suggested issues from that filter or that configuration we set up moments ago. But we also have a personal view over here that you can set up. And so this personal view is what's important for you, because under the Scrum Master view, that is that global view that your Jira admin set up, but you have the ability to create your own view. And so to do this, you simply click on settings over here and you go to filters. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add a filter here for any Jira or Confluence sources that you want to see. And so you give it a name, and this is going to be my high priority items, and you can basically filter by priority. And so this doesn't override the setting that we just set up earlier, but rather it does a specific personalized view for you. Now, if you want to pull in Confluence data as well, you should go to data sources, make sure you connect with Confluence, and then you can create filters as well to bring in your specific Confluence pages. So these are going to be my Confluence items, and then you can pull in the work that you've worked on, anything that you started, and that's it. So you can click on confirm. Now, when we go back to my update and I go to my personal view, I should have some more personal items that are a little bit more important to me. So I can click on here. As you can see, I have Confluence items and I have my high priority items down here. And so now all I need to do is, here's the section that says brainstorming new ideas. And we have two paths here. We can either A, just start entering some text and go, well, make a new video for resolution. And I can convert this text into a Jira issue because, let's face it, all your work should be in a tool, whether it's Jira or Confluence. So this is a good practice. You can click on this button. Or if you just want to enter the text because you don't want to go through Jira, you just click on the check mark and you're there. I can bring in any item. So I can click on this plus button. And now this particular item is now in here. I can also add comments. And so I can comment on my things, or I can go and comment on other folks' things as well. And then when you're done, you're going to click on next and you go to the next question. And again, you can add items that you're working on. These are the two things here. You can add a la carte items if you want, but when you're done, just click on next and you go through this motion for the next question and so on and so forth until you have filled out all the sections. Now, this is something that you do individually, and then the rest of your team is doing individually. And what makes this great is that you can do this asynchronously, right? So when you have time, you can prepare for the meeting. And what makes that even more great is that everybody has now thought about the meeting, right? You have thought about what you're going to say, what you're going to talk about, and you now have a single source of truth, whether that's in Jira or in Confluence. We now have the real work items, the real pages, all that stuff that we're actually working on is now getting pulled into the meeting. And so we can reference them back and forth. And so again, this is going to help your team asynchronously kind of figure it out. But two, it also kind of forces, if not encourages, your work to be inside of Jira. And so when you're ready to get started with the actual meeting, because all we've done at this point is do the prep work, we enter our meeting lobby, and then our team lead, aka our Scrum Master, they're going to start the meeting. And so this is usually at that 9 o'clock time that we set up. And so then we just go through the agenda items. And so every team member here would be displayed and we just round robin through, right? And so I would go first. I can talk about my making a new video for resolution. We can flag the item if we're having some problems, which means we're going to want to follow up with it later. We're going to add comments. So maybe I have a comment, maybe a peer has a comment, maybe I have a comment on somebody else's work. And so we can add comments here. And then you just go through each item. And then you got the timer so you know exactly how much time is allocated so you can stay on track. When you're done with that one, you go to the next question or the next item in your agenda. And again, you rinse and repeat. You add comments, you flag things, you discuss, you negotiate, you do whatever you got to do here. You can also show, if you click on this button, you can show the users that had no updates. And so maybe somebody had an update, maybe somebody didn't. You can hide and show those users to either make your UI cleaner or not, depending on your particular preference. Once we get through all those questions, you're going to hit the stop button. Okay. So you ideally want to go through your entire agenda and then you hit the stop button. And then what NASA is going to do here is it's going to write and record all of these discussions inside of our team journal. And so it takes a second or two for that team journal to be written. And so this is where you do a little bit of small talk with your team. Maybe you follow up with the team journal a little bit later because it's not a hard requirement. But rest assured that everything is being logged here. And so we can click on our team journal here. And this is going to take us and basically give us a bird's eye view of this particular meeting. We can see who participated, if we met our goals based on our time here. We can see how many resolved suggested issues were done. We had the follow-up items. This is the most important part. And then we see all the updates from the team. And then you can export this to Confluence or you just have it as a team journal. And so you can actually like page through this and see everything. You can change your meeting. And so you can go back in time and see that particular meeting notes. And that's pretty much it for this new update to NASA, Not Another Standup app. I really, really like this because it gets your team organized and it gives you the flexibility to basically create these streams, aka meetings, for any type of meeting. So we are no longer restricted to just the stand-up app type. And we don't even need to do it for our traditional agile type of meetings either. This will work for any kind of meeting. And trust me when I tell you, this is a great thing and a great best practice that you and your team should get into because the last thing you want to do is just show up to meetings, right? We spend so much of our time in meetings. They're so unproductive most of the time. They drive so little value. And this is just one way to kind of help drive that value because now you're being thoughtful about what the meeting's about. The rubber's hitting the road here because we now have real tangible things that we can discuss at our meeting that are then tied to our everyday work within either Jira or Confluence. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a like if you really, really did enjoy this video. And if you want to start your free trial to NASA, make sure you check out that link down below. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.